Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 66 kilograms and trains under Antonio Marques out of Revolution Martial Arts Academy, boasting a professional record, 23 wins, 17 losses, 1 draw. Fighting out of Brazil by way of Melbourne, Australia, make some noise for the Nightmare, Rodolfo Marques! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 66.7 kilograms and trains under Luke Pizzuti out of Lions Den Academy, boasting a professional record, 3 wins, 3 losses, fighting out of Sydney, Australia, this is Michael Stanoff! And when our action begins, our referee in charge, Christopher Aliende.
Going over the rules, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves? Yes. Good boys.
They touch him up for this one. Eternal featherweight division. Rodolfo Marques out of the blue corner with the green hair. And Michael Stanoff fighting out of the red corner. They touch gloves once again to kick off round 1 here at Liberty Hall.
Rodolfo coming out in Southport. I'm interested to see what lessons Stanoff has learned from his last loss. This is Don Marfan. He needs to be patient tonight against the veterans. Victorians have had a good night tonight in the office. There's a low kick early from him. Oh, good knee there, straight to the chest. And I think that might have hurt Stanoff a little bit.
Right in the liver. And his hand went down to cover the liver momentarily there. I'd say that body shot was impactful.
In his 50th professional fight at 40 years old, Rodolfo is looking to pitch up. He's been training super hard. He's still active on the jiu-jitsu circuit. We look over in his corner tonight. Antonio Marques in his corner, excellent black belt, competitive black belt from Victoria. Swing and a miss from Stanoff early.
I spoke to Rodolfo earlier this evening and he told me he's looking forward to this moment and he's been training hard and he's ready to go.
Interestingly, he's been training kickboxing too recently. So he's been dabbling in the kickboxing, so his striking will be up to par to match that third-degree jiu-jitsu black belt.
You could see that from that beautiful step-in knee that he threw as Stanoff approached. Stanoff's game is to charge hard and press. So that weapon might be used again, just like that.
Big right hand from Stanoff. He's taken some damage to the legs early. Here's Stanoff to that lead leg. There's a good right kick from the Lions Den product. Circles out of the way of the onslaught from the Brazilian. Good low kick, but chin high in the air from Rodolfo. And on the double leg now, pressed up against the cage. Feet together for Rodolfo. High left, up in the air, and returns him to the mat. Good work from Rodolfo. Right in front of his corner there, Antonio Martins.
Now we're going to see what Michael's made of on the ground, because this is a high-level operator on top of him.
Absolutely. Rodolfo Marques testing the middle of Michael Stanoff early. Got caught on a few good exchanges from Stanoff in round 1, but as we count down the final 3 minutes, it's Rodolfo in good position now.
Yeah, great position. Good defensive posture there from
Hands
Stanoff.
Together again. He could go for a ride again here.
Looking to hit the switch. He's looking to hit the switch. Yeah, good work from Stanoff, but he used a lot of energy, and Rodolfo's managed to negate that switch attempt. He's got the feet together now, Ben Vickers.
Yeah, he did that the first time he got him on the floor. He looks like that mermaid's tail or whatever they call it.
The Dagestani mermaid.
There you go.
Stanoff's got away with 2 fence grabs now as he does that switch. The referee looked at it but didn't say anything, enabling that switch to have a little bit more power. And now finds himself chest to chest with the Brazilian, the 50-fight veteran, the Nightmare, Rodolfo Marques up against the cage.
A man who's been a black belt for probably longer than Stanoff's been doing the sport, right? 9 years as a black belt.
I think so. Center cage for Stanoff now. This is where he wants to be. Had a lot of success in the earlier stages of round 1 in those striking exchanges. Rodolfo pressing the action now.
Yeah, Rodolfo, back in Brazil, he used to train with the likes of Jose Aldo, but he's got some work to do now. The Nightmare.
And this is where Stanoff wants to be, with Rodolfo with his back pressed up against the cage, throwing hard shots, and then closing the distance and trying to get top position.
The referee addressed another fence grab, but it's Stanoff going to a signature high left takedown.
Let's see the guard of Rodolfo now, a traditional jiu-jitsu guy, a guy who trains a lot in the gi. You know, you'd expect an active guard, looking for some arms.
Yeah, and the fight is still pretty dry here.
High legs now.
Head position of Rodolfo will prevent some of his angling here off his back. A good high guard, and he's got 50 seconds to work now.
And a good benefit of this high guard is he's just preventing Stanoff from able to land any shots at the moment. He's minimizing the damage. It's been a good round for him after so long out of the cage.
Can't quite see from this angle, but he looks like that right leg's starting to shift in position to attack a triangle. He's deep under the right leg
or a
of Stanoff.
Possibly.
Potentially the armbar. Looking for the armbar now as the 3rd degree black belt, but
good up kick.
Stanoff, a brown belt himself, privy to that attempt. 15 seconds now, what's been quite an action-packed and back-and-forth round, gentlemen.
Yeah, and I think Rodolfo's done a great job from bottom position, just doing enough to minimize any damage, stay busy, look dangerous, and make Michael just take care of his position rather than try and land any damage.
That'll do it for round number 1. Rodolfo Marques and Michael Stanoff back and forth for 5 minutes. Round 2 incoming. Here we go, they touch him up.
And all the fights that have made it into the second round so far have been very competitive. You know, you couldn't. There may be someone who's slightly ahead, but there's routes to victory for both fighters as we go into the second round. Except Damon Villar maybe was in survival mode still in the second round, but
I think so.
He just showed his mettle to get through to the end.
Rodolfo come out, start round number 2, smiling at Michael Stanoff, who launches at him with a big hard right kick.
Let's face it, you don't come back to fighting at 40 years old if you don't really, really love it. So he's got to be having a good time in there, otherwise why is he doing it?
He always has a good time, does Rodolfo. Flying knee to a takedown attempt, uncommon. Looking a little bit wobbly. Looking to counter-strike off the fence is Rodolfo taking these knees on the high guard. Not a lot of them getting through. Good elbow from Stanoff, but gives up the underhook.
And gives up the game plan. He wants to put you against the fence and he's going to just throw hard at you there and make you make the decision.
Right in front of us at the commentary booth now. It's Stanoff chest to chest with Rodolfo. Just a minute done in the round number 2. Boys pummeling for wrist control. Tie-style slap knee from Rodolfo to the kidneys of Stanoff. And again, veteran moves. He knows what little moments where he's safe to score. And
yeah, smart, just winning the exchange there when not much has happened. He needs to get off the cage here.
Yeah, this is where Rodolfo's come unstark in previous fights where he tries to...
Oh, my goodness, that'll do it! Michael Stanoff has flatlined Rodolfo Marques. What a way to do it at home here in Sydney.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he loves so much, he just loves fighting, doesn't he? And at 40 years old, one of the things that happens is he just loves to punch on. And
ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge has called a stop to this fight at 1 minute and 36 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner via knockout in the red corner,